Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we are going to rig the snowman using the armature instead of parenting. Somebody in the comments requested this, that I show you guys how to rig this character using the armature as opposed to the way we did it using parenting. So this is already rigged. This is the same scene as we did, except for I just hid all of the trees. Boom, there they are. And so I'm going to hide him back up. And this snowman has already been rigged. If I select the armature and I go to pose mode, I can also click this in front so that I can see the armature. If I select the head joint, for example, I can move the head. See that? Remember, I am in pose mode and I have the armature selected. So undo that, and if I hit this torso bone or joint, I can move the upper torso. You can see that the armature is controlling the character. This controls the arm. I'm gonna undo that. And then finally, this one controls the whole thing. You know, we can move them around, or if you hit G, we can move the snowman around. So there it is. It's a very simple rig. It's not a complicated rig. I just have 5 joints here, and then the arm joints. That's it. That's all we're going to do. Again, this one will control the head. This one controls the upper body. And this one controls the lower body, and of course the joints in here control the arms and the hands. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get this started. I've opened up the scene that we did with the snowman, and this snowman has not been rigged. This snowman has not been rigged, so I am going to hide all of the here we go, all the trees, just like that. I'm gonna hide the sky here. I'm gonna hide this last tree, and I'm gonna hide this sign. All right, cool. This is what we were working with. The other thing I want to do is maybe hit 0 to zoom in on that. All right, cool. So again, this has not been rigged. There's no joints in here. I could just grab the head, and it's not parented. It's not rigged. It's nothing. The only thing that I've done here that you might have not seen is I named all the parts. Check this out. This is the arm upper left, the arm lower left, and then the hand left. Again, this is the torso, and then these are the buttons, 1, 2, 3, the scarf, the hat, and then the head, the eyes. Notice that the eyes, I still have this mirror modifier, and we need to get rid of it. We don't need it now, so we need to get rid of it. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit apply, and I think I've got this one for the mouth. This little down arrow, hit apply, and then apply. I've also gotten rid of the mirror modifier in the arms, and now they're separate objects. We did this in the other video, and so you should be aware of this. And so let's go ahead and get started. I am going to hit number 1 for the front view, and I am going to hit the in fact, I'm going to hide the background, hit H, and then I'm going to hit wireframe right here. I'm going to hide the camera also. There we go. So we've got our character, which is the snowman. All we have to do is start laying out the armature. I'm going to hit add, and I'm going to hit armature. And you notice that I don't have the armature here. I'm going to get that done. Let me go ahead and go to preferences, rigify. Here we go. I want to turn it on so you guys could see. There's more options, but we don't need them. I'm just going to close that. I'm going to click on add, and now I get more options here, but we don't even need them. I'm just gonna click on armature and single bone, and you get a single bone down here. That's all we need. And so with this bone, the thing that I want you to see is that it is right in the center, and that's exactly where we need it, right down the center. If it's not, you can move it right now, but it is. And so we're going to leave it down the center. We're going to add more joints up the character and then out to the arms. And so let's go ahead and get that done. Right now I am in object mode, and I created one bone right there. And so I'd like to go to edit mode. I'd like to edit this joint, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see what's happening. And so I've got this tip selected, not the actual bone. I've got the tip selected, and I'm going to hit E to extrude, and you see that there's another joint stuck to it. And so I am going to hit Z to extrude straight up, and I am going to stop right in the middle, right about there. I'm going to hit E and then Z, and then I'm going to extrude another one right to about the middle right there. That is going to, this joint is going to control my upper body. Again, E, Z, and I am going to go almost to the middle of the head. That's the neck. And then E, Z. Oops, Z. So, and this one will go all the way up to the top of the head. And there it is. That is our spine. Let's name this. Very important that we keep organized. So this bone will be named bottom. This bone will be named hips. Even though we're not going to use this bone will be named, let's say, torso. This bone will be named neck. Again, we're not going to use this bone. And then finally, this bone will be named head. And now let's go ahead and select that one tip from the torso, and we're going to extrude out to the arms. So I'm going to hit E, and then I am going to, I don't want to hit Z or anything, I just want to have it free flowing, and I'm going to extrude right to the center of that joint right there. But if we hit 7 to go to the top view, you notice that it's in front of it. So what I like to do is G and a Y to move it back to there. Now I can continue extruding. E to the elbow, and then another E to the wrist, and then E again to the tip of the hand. If you want to, I could move this one, G, maybe to the tip of that finger. There. And we're going to do the same to the other side. So grab that tip, E, right there, 7 for the top view, G to grab, and then Y to move it in the Y axis to there, back. E to the elbow, E, extrude to the wrist, E, and extrude it to the tip of the finger, and then G there. Okay, so that's the whole skeleton. We're done with the skeleton. If we go to pose mode per se, and we grab one of these joints and we rotate it, of course the skeleton works, but nothing is attached to it. We need to attach, I'm going to undo that. We're going to need to attach all of our objects to this skeleton. So let's go ahead and select everything one by one. So the hat band, the hat brim, the head, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the scarf, the torso, the buttons, the arms, and then finally the bottom. Just to verify that I've got everything, you can move it out of the way. Cool. And then undo that. All right, cool. We've got everything. The last thing we need to select is, of course, the armature. And I'm going to click on it right there, holding the shift. And then I'm going to parent. So I'm going to do Command P to parent. And there's several ways to parent this. Of course, I want armature deform. And I want it either with automatic weights or with empty groups. These two. And I have a video explaining these two. You should go check that out. But I'm going to do, since all of the body parts are separate, and it's not one mesh, it's all separate items, I'm going to do with empty groups. Boom, there it is. Now, if I select the armature and I move the armature, everything goes with it. That means it worked. If I go to pose mode though, and I select, let's say, the torso, for example, and I rotate it, nothing goes with it. That means we have to pair all the objects to their corresponding joint or bone. For example, I'm going to zoom in on the top here, and this is the head bone. And if I rotate it, nothing goes with it. And so I need to pair all the objects that correspond to this bone, pair them to this bone. So let's go ahead and do that. I am going to go back to object mode. And I am going to select the hat. And I am going to hit tab to go to edit mode. And I hit A to select all, right? I've got all the hats selected in edit mode. And if I go down to the data properties, you'll see the vertex groups. And so what I'd like to do is find that head joint. You'll see that head joint. That's why it's so important to name your joints. What I'd like to do is click on the head joint and assign. Let's do the same. I'm going to get out of edit mode. Click on the hat band. Select all. Go to edit mode. Select all. And head assign. Go back to object mode. Select the hat brim. Tab to go to edit mode. A to select all. And then go to head assign. And so the whole entire hat should be paired up, parented to the corresponding joint. So let's test that out. So if I go to pose mode and I go to viewport display, and let's put it in the front so we could see it. Here we go. And let's rotate it. Oh, check that out. The hat goes with it. Nothing else, because I haven't done anything else. See, the hat is doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's following that joint. So what I need to do is select every single item and pair it or parent it to the corresponding joint. For example, all the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and the head parented to the head joint. The scarf, the buttons, and the body will be parented to the torso joint. This upper arm to this joint, the lower arm to the lower arm joint, and the hand to the hand joint. Once I've got all that done, we should be done. It's a lot of me going back and forth and doing it. In fact, I'm going to do the eyes. I'm going to do the entire head so you can see it. But then I'm just going to speed up the process and I'll let you know. So check this out. I am going to go back to object mode. Select the head. Edit mode. Select all. And then assign it to the head joint. Assign. Get out of edit mode. Select the eyes. Go to edit mode. Select all. And head assign. Go back to object mode. Select the nose. Go back to edit mode. Select all. And head assign. Go back to object mode. Select this. Tab to go to edit mode. Head assign. Go back to object mode. Select that one. Go to edit mode. Select all. Head assign. One last one. Tab to object mode. Select that last one. Tab into edit mode. Select all. There. Assign. Everything should be assigned. The head, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and the hat to this head joint. Tap back to edit mode. Select the armature. Go to pose mode. Select that head joint. And everything should be paired to that head joint. Just like what we needed. And so we can make this snowman turn its head anywhere we want it to. Boom, there it is. I'm going to undo that. I am going to continue doing all of it. Like I said, all the scarf buttons and torso go to this joint. The bottom one goes to this joint, and each corresponding one to the arm. So I'm going to get that done. I'm going to speed up the process and I'll meet you on the other side. One thing that I forgot to do is to name the arm joint. So I'm going to get that done right now. I'm going to speed up the process and you'll see me naming all these and then going back to parenting the objects to the joints. So let me go ahead and name this. I'm going to call this shoulder left. This one arm upper left. Arm lower left. And then finally this one hand left. Okay, now that I've got all my joints named, I'm just going to continue parenting or parenting the objects to the joint. I'm going to speed that process up and then I'll see you on the other side. And there we have it. I finished pairing everything up. And so if I select the armature and I go to pose mode and I grab the head joint and I move the head, I can animate this head. Not a problem. All right, cool. If I grab the torso, in fact, I'm going to go to a perspective view. I can grab and rotate this torso anywhere I want. That's cool. And I also can bend the arms now. I can bend this arm, I can bend that arm, I can bend the hand anywhere I want. I can bend this arm up, I can bend this arm here, I can bend this arm wherever I want. Boom. And also, I can also rotate the entire thing by grabbing the bottom one here. I can rotate the entire character and or move them. Move them anywhere I need to. And so I'm going to undo all that. Boom, 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 boom. and we're done. Everything is animatable. Everything is working according to what we need. Like I said, we can rotate all of this stuff, and everything works. And there it is, guys. That's it. We went ahead and rigged the snowman using an armature. He's got no legs, but he's got a spine and he's got arms, and everything is movable and everything is working as it should. All we need to do now is animate it and render it like we did with the other one. Hey guys, if you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you, guys.